Good day, everyone. Today I will be discussing the difference between first and second generation less than lethal launchers. As you can see in front of me are a bunch of first and second generation launchers. These are all first generation. All of those. These three, the Gavle and the Pistelle, I have two of them, are second generation. The difference between the first and generation is huge, as we will discuss. So let's start with the top one. That is the Mission 4 by Byrna. Comes with a 88 gram CO2 threaded canister, and it shoots 68 caliber balls, projectiles. That might look scary, and it is a pretty good launcher for first generation, but here are the numbers for the Mission 4. Here are my numbers with the Mission 4 with 10 gram riot balls. Well, let's first do the with the Byrna 2.9 gram Byrna balls. So the first two shots didn't register. Oh, and this is actually not just Byrna, it's Byrna's, you see, with the B, and the second one was 5 gram balls. So every other shot was a Byrna, and every other shot was a 5 gram ball. So let's start with shot number 3, since that's the one that was red. The Byrna went 396 feet per second. I remember I was so excited I got above 350, but then again, it's a 2.9 gram ball, like whippy do I. I'm not sure how many joules that is, but it's a much less than the Gavle or the Pistelle would do. And then you have the 5, so the fastest it went with the Byrna was 399. The fastest it went with the 5 gram ball is 317. Now 317 with a 5 gram ball is pretty impressive, but then again, look at this. Look at the size of it. It's big. It's basically an AR-15 styled less than lethal launcher, and if that was second generation, it would be a lot faster than 317. So that's the Mission 4. So even as impressive as these numbers are, you have to remember that first of all, I was shooting the Byrna 2.9 gram balls, and I was shooting the 5 gram balls. So, and that's not even the strongest Byrna. So we'll get to now let's get to 10 gram balls with the Mission 4. 222, pretty impressive. That was the fastest it went. And you see there, so the average was, after all the shots, was 205 feet per second, about 19.42 joules with the 10 gram. They're not really 10 gram, they're more like 9.9 gram riot balls. Fine. So let's move to the next one. Then you got the Tippmann TMC Elite. It's also, I think, an M4 styled rifle, also 68 caliber. And I will be discussing calibers, different size calibers, soon, later in the video. But 68, that does about 300 feet per second with a Byrna 2.9 gram ball. That's pretty weak, if you ask me, compared to second gen, obviously. But that's just my opinion. And then we get the Byrna TCR, which I happen to like because it's pretty small for it's tactical compact rifle. It's pretty compact for a rifle, and it's easy to use. 12 gram CO2. You just put it in and start firing. It's good. DK Kinetics, DK Spencer, he said in a video that he uses the TCR exclusively for chemical rounds. I'm not sure why. If somebody could maybe ask him, because he does know his stuff in less than lethal, that's for sure. But he said that this is the best launcher for chemical rounds, which surprised me, because I would say second gen are better, especially with the Grimberg kinetics, which could handle powerful second gen guns, second gen less than lethal launchers. Okay, and then let's go to the 50 cal, what is this, the T4E Umarex, I think it's the HDP 50. Now, before we talk about the actual launcher, let's talk about 50 caliber and 43 caliber launchers. Like these two are 43. 43 you could forget about. They are not powerful or big enough to stop a determined threat, if you ask me. If you want to sleep at night knowing that a meth addict who comes running after you, trying to hurt you or your family, a 43 caliber will not stop him, especially kinetics. If you're going to use maybe a chemical round, then I would say use the entire magazine of chemical rounds, because one chemical round, which is only 43 caliber, probably won't stop him. Two probably won't either stop him. Empty out the entire magazine of chemical rounds on him, then maybe you have a chance. But 43 caliber, in my opinion, is a training pistol. It's a training launcher, that's it. It's not for defense. This is the, by the way, I think this is the PPQ. And this is the, which one is this? I forgot which one I bought. It's the Heckler and whatever it's called. But yeah, those are the two 43 caliber. Then you get the Byrna SD, back up to 68 caliber. The SD, here are the numbers. SD XL, right. So these are with 5 gram and Byrna kinetics. The 5 gram, the fastest I got was 203, and the Byrna 280. It didn't even break 300 with the Byrna round, which is only 2.9 grams heavy. So like I said, it's not, I don't consider that powerful enough to stop a determined meth addict trying to do harm to you or your family. Now, for the most powerful of the first generation, in my opinion, is the Byrna LE. Came out about a few years ago, and it is more powerful. It definitely is more powerful than the SD and even the Mission 4 and the TCR. I have the numbers here. These are with Byrna kinetics. 385 and so on. The 385 was the fastest, and this is with the Byrna kinetics. And keep in mind, the Byrna kinetics, again, I will say for the millionth time, is only 2.9 grams. That's pretty slow for 2.9 gram. Average 361 feet per second. If I would put the Byrna kinetic in any of these, it'll go. The Gavle will probably do more than 400. Pistelle, and the Pistelle with a longer barrel for sure will do more than 500. But yeah, so those are all first generation. Now, the second generation. Let's start with the Gavle. Gavle is a great launcher. It has, first of all, Glock sights, which I'm pretty familiar with. But, and this I have mine with a 16 gram threaded CO2. And I usually launch the Grimberg Joule rounds on it, which are about 7.8, 7.9 grams. And I get better numbers than the LE does with the Byrna kinetics. That just shows the difference in power. Now, if you ask me what the difference between the Gavle and the Pistelle is, the biggest difference is that the Gavle's first shot is very powerful. The second shot is also powerful, but not nearly as powerful as the first shot. By the third, fourth shot, it really loses a lot of power. The Pistelle, on the other hand, retains a lot of the power. Maybe you'll lose about 5 to 10 feet per second by each shot, but overall it's pretty good, because every CO2 powered launcher has to lose power. That's just the way they're designed. So, but Pistelle did a very good job in not losing that much power each shot. The Gavle, on the other hand, loses a lot of power compared to the first shot, compared to the second shot, compared to the third shot, and so on. But the Gavle is a great choice if you're looking for a good, solid defense, less than lethal launcher. And now for the most powerful one out of all of these, the Pistelle X68. Now the Pistelle X68 with the stock barrel is fine. It's very powerful. 40 to 50 joules, it's a beast. If you add the Defense Innovation 11.5-inch barrel, you get another 20 joules per shot, plus I think about 100 feet per second more per shot if you add on that 11.5-inch barrel. It is definitely worth the investment, and you could fire 9.9 gram riot balls with the Pistelle and get an average of the first few shots will be about 60 joules, and then a little lower after that with the 11.5-inch barrel. With the regular stock barrel, you'll get about 50 joules, and the Gavle, you'll get about, I'd say, 35 to 45 joules. So if you're new to less than lethal and you want to know what the industry is up to, this is first gen, second gen, and you saw the numbers. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And also, please, in the comment section, let me know what you think of the video or what you think I should do on my next video. Thank you, and have a good day.